What's up, guys? Jomo here. Just wanted to make a quick video about the difference between arbitrage and other side hustles I've tried over the years. And let me tell you, I've tried lots of side hustles, like literally you name it, I've tried it in terms of internet marketing and gig work that you do from your car. And so I just wanted to break down a few of the things that I've done and compare it to arbitrage, what I experienced over the course of 3 years consistently arbitraging. And I think you're going to be a little surprised by some of these things. So first thing I'll compare it to is something like a rideshare app like DoorDash or Uber or Lyft. I did these things for a couple years, way back when, and I'm not gonna lie, I went through periods where, I made pretty good money, but other times just really not great money. Opportunities started drying up, not really a great consistent stream of revenue, especially during certain periods of the year. And ARBING is actually kind of like that in that there's only certain times of the year where you can make really good money with ARBING. So during ARB season, which I mentioned in my last video, it's the best time to be ARBing. It's basically between September and January when there's the most sports being played. So anyway, compared to, when I was working during, heavy seasons, traffic seasons, when there were, a lot of tourists coming in, at the time I was doing all this gig work from Phoenix, Arizona. So there were certain times of the year where there were, more people and like snowbirds coming to Phoenix and certain events and stuff like that around town that created higher demand. However, there was also much higher demand for drivers, and ARBing is also kind of like that as well. When it's the busier season, there's more arbors, so there's more competition. But I did figure out some ways to still make money, very good money, during those peak times, the high ARB seasons, as I would call it. So basically, it was a very good, very, very lucrative side gig / hustle for me during the last 3 years ARBing has been. And the hourly that I would make from doing ARBs during ARB season, it ranged, I would say, anywhere between $25 to $100 an hour was the average. There's certain hours that aren't great, and so I learned to avoid those hours and then just focus my effort on certain hours. And I'd say I probably, worked anywhere between 10 and 30 hours a week doing ARBing. And then when it came to, the gig work, the DoorDash and Uber kind of stuff, I probably worked, somewhere in that range as well. And my hourly during those, peak seasons was probably like 25 to 30 an hour was basically the cap. So 25 to 30 compared to like 25 to 100. It was quite a change for me. It's basically night and day when it comes to ARBing during the really good times and, making sure that I'm doing it correctly and, following all the strategies that I now teach my students that I learned over the years, the tactics and strategies, that I am teaching on this channel, as well as to the people who I'm working closely with. And so, yeah, I was able to really find ways to maximize my hourly, and that is, I think, the biggest thing that I got from ARBing was figuring out, how I can maximize the amount of money that I'm making per hour and the amount of time I'm putting in. And I know these days people really care about, a lot of people are busy, and so they don't have a lot of time for a side hustle. And so I think arbing is great because 10 to 20 hours a week is really all that you need, especially during arb season. So yeah, I think when you compare the two side by side, I think it is night and day. It really just changed my life, really. Arbing did. And so yeah, I'd say ride sharing, that type of thing, that can, in comparison, obviously hourly, yeah, there's no comparison really. And then when you compare it to the other things I've done, I've done door-to-door sales, I've done mystery shopping, I've done promotional work at events and stuff like that. My hourly was always, somewhere between 20 to 30 when I was getting paid hourly, and then when I was getting paid commissions, I didn't make a whole lot from commissions, and so yeah, my hourly was probably not great, if any, because some commission jobs I left, like I started, I maybe worked a couple weeks and I never got paid anything. And so, in comparison to that, arbing, literally within my first day of arbing, I was making money. And so, if you want to look at, arbing versus commission jobs, obviously you can make a lot of money from large commissions. If you're good at sales, then obviously, continue down that path. I personally have struggled with sales over my life. And so this was like night and day because I didn't have to talk to people. I didn't have to try and convince people to buy anything. I could literally just sit at my computer or sit on my phone and place these bets the way that, I figured out how to do it. And that was pretty much it. So yeah, I just wanted to give you guys some frameworks of some things that I've done in the past and compare it to arbitrage. I know it wasn't super structured like I know a lot of other YouTubers might have, but yeah, anyway, I hope you guys appreciated this comparison. For me personally, arbing has been, a total blessing, and I'm really grateful that I experienced what I experienced when I did over the last 3 years. And at this point, if you don't know, I'm switching gears to teaching people how to arb. I have been doing it for the last 2 years, and I've helped a lot of people make thousands of dollars over those 2 years, and I'm just looking to continue helping more and more people with that. And if you don't know, I am offering a program right now. Right now it's open to 5 people for August 1st is when it starts. And if you want to be one of those 5 people to work with me closely, all you have to do is there should be a link below this video for an application to apply for that program. It's called the Arbitrage Accelerator. So all you got to do is click that link, pick a time slot, fill out a quick questionnaire just to make sure that we're a good fit. And then we'll have an actual phone conversation on Zoom to fully determine if it's a good fit, if I think I can help you, and if you think that I can help you, then we'll move forward. But yeah, I just wanted to kind of share that. You may be watching this video later down the line in arb season. If you are, I may still have openings. So definitely check that link to see if I do still have openings. There will be time slots. I'm thinking of running this also in September, maybe in October as well. But basically the program starts August 1st and it runs until the end of October. So it's a 3-month program. And the goal for that program for everyone, all 5 people that are selected, is I'm gonna be helping them make at least $6,000 over the course of those 3 months. So if that sounds like something you're interested in, definitely apply to the program below. I only got a few spots left, and look forward to helping the people who really want help and are willing to take this seriously over the next 3 months as we move into arb season. I'm really excited to see what kind of results the people, the students, and everyone in the ARB community is going to be experiencing. So yeah, if you want to work closely with me during that time, then definitely apply for that program, and look forward to helping a bunch of you guys over the next few months as we finish off 2025. So that is all I got to say for the day, and hope you're doing well, and look forward to seeing you on the next one. Peace.